Here's a concise breakdown of the key discussion points and decisions at the 51st G7 Summit, June 16 to 17, 2025 in Kananaskis, Canada, regarding the Israel-Iran war. 1. Summit pivoted towards Middle East crisis. The summit, initially focused on trade, Ukraine, energy, and climate, quickly shifted as the Israel-Iran conflict escalated dramatically from June 13 onward. Site turn, search 12, turn search 15. Unexpected airstrikes by Israel on Iranian nuclear military sites, followed by Iranian missile and drone retaliation, set the urgent agenda. Site turn news 34, turn search 16. 2. Unpredictability of U.S. policy. G7 leaders recognized that U.S. behavior, namely President Trump's unilateral actions, was a major wildcard. Site turn search 12, turn search 21. Trump, regarded as the summit's wildcard, arrived with threats of tariffs and unilateral moves like urging Tehran's evacuation. Site turn 33, 3. Canada abandoned final communique. To avoid a repeat of the 2018 breakdown, host Mark Carney scrapped the traditional group communique, opting instead for a chair's summary, reflecting consensus amid discord. Site turn search 6. This was designed to accommodate diverging positions, especially between the US and European members. Site turn search 4. 4. Core joint declaration on Middle East. Following intense negotiations and after Trump initially resisted, the leaders issued a unanimous G7 statement that included reaffirming Israel's right to self-defense, branding Iran the primary source of regional destabilization and terrorism, declaring Iran must never acquire nuclear weapons, urging de-escalation, including support for a Gaza ceasefire, warning about consequences for global energy markets. Site TV turn news 31, turn news 29, turn news 33. 5. Trump's early departure. Citing an emergency tied to the Middle East, Trump left on June 16 shortly after dinner. Prior to full conclusion, site turn news 30, turn news 36. He denied Macron's claim that he left to negotiate a ceasefire, though later reports suggest he had floated the idea and even called for Iran's unconditional surrender. Site turn news 2, turn news 28. 6. Broader diplomatic implications. The G7 urged wartime de-escalation, emphasized civilian protection, and promised coordinated efforts to stabilize energy supply chains. Site turn news 33, turn news 31. Discussions also touched on sanctions. Some leaders hinted at adding to pressure on Iran. Site to search 23, 19. Final takeaways, outcome, details, consensus achieved. Strong unified front on Israel's defense and nuclear non-proliferation. Text carefully drafted. Avoided US veto by replacing communique with summary statement. Trump's impact. His early exit and unilateral positions added strain, but didn't derail the declaration. Continued cooperation. G7 committed to follow up on energy stability, sanctions, and civil protection. Despite divisions under the surface, especially relating to US unpredictability and Trump's early exit, the G7 managed a rare, unanimous statement on the Israel-Iran conflict. It reaffirmed shared principles, support for Israel's defense, firm opposition to Iran's nuclear ambitions, and a collective call for de-escalation and civilian protection.